Okay, let's go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Probation Officer's Perspective. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to all, so you'll be notified of all the new content that I'm pushing out. And I want to thank everybody for their support. Today we got some more CDCR breaking news. Get myself a little smaller here. Been 3 days, so it was 3 days ago I did the one in Solano, and then now we have one in Kern Valley. So let me get into this. So Kern Valley State Prison officials investigating the death of an inmate as a homicide. November 11th, 2024 is when they released. So it was just released. Delano, California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation officials are investigating the November 9th, 2024 death of an inmate at the Kern Valley State Prison as a homicide. At 3:19 p.m., officers observed Gregory Clark, 58, in his cell with blood on his clothing. Staff immediately called for assistance and were able to remove Clark without incident. Clark's cellmate, 41-year-old Darius J. Swain, was observed unresponsive in the cell. Medical staff arrived and began life-saving measures on Swain and alerted 911. Swain was transported to the institution's treatment and triage area. Paramedics arrived and pronounced Swain deceased at 3:48 p.m. Clark has been placed in restrictive housing pending an investigation by KVSP's Investigative Services Unit. The Office of the Inspector General was notified, and the Kern County Coroner will determine Clark's cause of death. Now, the CDCR screwed up on their news release. Clark was not the one. So how are they going to find out the cause of death of Clark when he wasn't? When it was Darius Swain who was murdered, and they just put they're going to find out Clark's cause of death. Whatever, the misprint. Swain was received from Alameda County on March 18, 2019. He was sentenced to life with the possibility of parole for human trafficking of a minor with force, fear, fraud, deceit, violence, a second strike offense, pimping, pandering, second-degree robbery, and possession of a firearm by a felon. Clark was received from Los Angeles County on March 29, 2011. He was sentenced to 22 years for corporal injury on a spouse, cohabitant, a second strike offense, an enhancement of use of a deadly weapon, prior prison term, and a prior felony conviction of a serious offense. On January 25th, 2021, he was sentenced by Kern County Court to 2 additional years for assault by a prisoner with a deadly weapon. So obviously this isn't his first assault on another inmate, because he was convicted or he was sentenced in 2021 for 2 more additional years on top of his 22 years for assaulting another prisoner with a weapon. So that's Darius Swain, the victim. And there's Gregory Clark, the alleged attacker. Now, I'm going to take a wild guess here. For one, they've been doing this a lot lately. The CDCR has been mixing races in the cells, and it's part of their California model, you know, the Norway project. They've been doing that a lot lately of race mixing in the cells, which normally doesn't end up well. But in this case, if you look at Swain's charges, he had some bad charges. So I'm going to take a wild guess here, and that was probably the reason for what happened. Trafficking of a minor with force, fear, fraud, deceit, violence, a second strike offense, pimping, pandering, second-degree burglary or robbery, and possession of a firearm by a felon. Right there, human trafficking of a minor with force, fear, fraud, and deceit. I'm going to say it's bad charges. And that was, and mixing races in the cell. And that was the reason for his demise. But, of course, they don't, CDCR likes to hide stuff. They don't like to update. Like I always tell you guys, if there is any updates or on this case or any other cases, I will give you an update. I'll do another video with an update, but I seriously doubt they rarely do it. And the last two homicides that I've covered, which were within 3 days, normally the CDCR will tell you, or they'll say, you know, there was weapons found, or what the cause, like, you know, trauma, head trauma or whatever, you know, because they could have been fighting in the cell. Dude hit his head on the wall, on the concrete floor, the toilet, you know, a lot of shit could happen in there. But considering Mr. Clark's previous history, I happen to say that we can all assume what happened. We don't need to wait. Well, they're going to say they're going to find out to you know, and notify, but they never give any updates. Anyways, guys, that's what I got for you today from the CDCR. That's their newest release from Kern Valley State Prison. Any updates, I will make sure that I do another video, so keep you guys in the loop. And with that, again, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell all for me, so you'll be notified of all new content that I'm pushing. And with that, we'll see you on the next video. Peace.